ancient Hindu temples have been centers of Indian art, culture, heritage and literature. It is heart-wrenching to see the ruins of Hampi or the statues of Halebeedu and Belur defaced and desecrated by the ruthless marauding invaders. But it is even more painful to see these glorious temples crumble and collapse due to the negligence of our own government. The temple of Kalahasti, situated on the bank of river Swarnamukhi, is located 36 kilometers away from the temple town of Tirupati in Chittoor district of Andhra Pradesh.
This is the temple of Kannappa, a devotee who gave his eyes as an offering to Lord Sri Kalahastishvara. In glory of his devotion, a temple has been built here, on the hill next to the main temple.
The inner structure of the temple is believed to have been constructed in 5th century AD, and the outer structure is constructed during the 12th century. Many kings, including the mighty Chola rulers, credited for the construction of architectural wonders like Tanjavur Brihadishwaralaya and Krishna Deva Raya. The Vijayanagara ruler, whose glory is still alive in the ruins of Hampi, have patronaged this temple. In fact, this 136 feet Rajagopura, also called Vijaya Gopura, was constructed by Krishna Deva Raya as a mark of his victory against the powerful Gajapati rulers. This ancient temple was renovated by the Pallava kings and then by the kings of Tondaman dynasty. Kulothunga Chola constructed this imposing Gali Gopuram, the main entrance to the temple, in 11th century AD. The outer prakaras and the 4 gopuras linking the 4 entrances of the temple were constructed in 12th century AD by King Veera Narasimha Yadava Raya. An inscription of Sri Krishna Deva Raya says that he had built this 100-pillar mandapam in 1516.
The linga at Sri Kalahasti is Vayulinga, or one made of wind. Jalalinga is made of water at Jambukeshwara. Jyotirlinga is made of fire at Arunachalam. Akashalinga is made of ether at Chidambaram. And Prithvilinga is made of earth at Shivakanchi.
The coronation ceremony of Achyutya Raya of Vijayanagar Empire was performed here in 1529 in the presence of Lord Sri Kalahastisvara. The presiding deities of the temple, Sri Kalahastisvara and his consort Ganana Prasunamba Devi, have been worshipped for centuries in South India. This temple town has often been referred in ancient Tamil and Telugu literature and mythology as Dakshina Kailash, the original abode of Lord Shiva and his consort Parvati. In Sanskrit, Sri Kalahasti means Lord of Spiders, Snakes and Elephants. As per the legend, a spider, a snake and an elephant worship Lord Shiva here at this temple and attain salvation. This 136 feet Jain Gopuram, which once stood as a symbol of Indian culture and architecture, collapsed on 26 May 2010. The official version is that this Jain structure developed fissures long ago and that digging of bore wells in the surroundings further aggravated the situation. Some claim that a very valuable treasure was found inside the debris, and the others claim that the structure was deliberately brought down for that treasure. The Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh promised that the collapsed Gopuram would be reconstructed, but it can never replace the majestic structure constructed by one of the greatest Hindu kings of South India. The State Endowment Department earns huge revenue on these temples, and the Kalahasti Temple Trust owns thousands of acres of land donated by its patrons. This land is supposedly under lease. The lease amount should ideally be spent towards day-to-day activities in the temple and for providing facilities to the pilgrims. But because of the rampant corruption in the endowment department, these funds are embezzled and diverted. Pilgrims often feel frustrated because of the blatant commercialization of worship and the disgusting attitude of the temple authorities. In spite of its historical and mythological importance and its proximity to one of the richest and busiest temples in the world, not even a minuscule percentage of the people who visit Tirupati come to Kalahasti. Because of lack of awareness about this temple and its significance, not many people visit this temple. While the government is ready to invest in awareness campaigns for consumer rights and immigration laws, there is absolutely no initiative to promote temples like this. Government should realize that such awareness campaigns would not only help in the tourism industry, but would also help the local residents who mainly depend on business from pilgrims for their livelihood. The yearly cultural fest at Hampi in Karnataka and the grand 1000-year celebration of Brihadishwara temple in Tanjore are some positive initiatives taken up by the government. However, a lot needs to be done in this direction. Thousands of temples across India are dying a slow death because of our indifference and apathy. The magnificent Gopurams of Srirangam are now developing cracks, and unless we wake up and do something to conserve their wonderful structures, many of these temples would dilapidate and disappear, and with them, all their glorious stories and their history.